Welcome to Marchunga News. This is Anika Siraj, the Guardian Life Insurance headlines first. Prime Minister asked Army to face any internal and external threats for safeguarding country's constitution and sovereignty. The Election Commission may announce a new date for Ghazipur city polls today. Campaign of the Khulna city polls is ending at midnight. North Korea says it will begin dismantling its nuclear test site in less than 2 weeks in a ceremony attended by foreign journalists. Those were the headlines, now the details. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina today asked for the members of the Bangladesh Army to keep a constant vigil to face any internal and external threats for safeguarding the country's constitution and sovereignty. The Premier said this while opening 27 projects at different cantonments all over the country. Sheikh Hasina inaugurated the schemes through a video conference from Dhaka cantonment this morning. The project included a cancer center at Dhaka Cantonment, fertility center, edible oil mill, various establishments of training and housing facilities for the army members. Sheikh Hasina said that she feels proud for the role of the army during country's crucial moments like natural disasters, anti-terrorism drives and Rohingya crisis. Prime Minister also said that the government has framed the force's goal 2030, which is being implemented in phases.
আমাদের সশস্ত্র বাহিনীকে আরো সুন্দরভাবে গড়ে তোলার জন্য আমরা ফোর্সেস গোল 2030 প্রণয়ন করেছি এবং সেনাবাহিনীর জন্য এই যে ফোর্সেস গোল 2030 প্রণয়ন করে তা আমরা বাস্তবায়নের কাজও আমরা শুরু করেছি। বাংলাদেশ সেনাবাহিনী শুধু দেশে না দেশ ও দেশের বাইরে এক সম্মানজনক অবস্থানে উন্নীত হতে পেরেছে। এই বাহিনীর দীর্ঘদিন অর্জিত সুনাম আপনাদেরকে সব সময় রক্ষা করতে হবে। বর্তমান সরকারের রাষ্ট্র পরিচালনাকালীন যখনই প্রয়োজন হবে তখনই সেনাবাহিনী জনগণের পাশে এসে দাঁড়াবে, এটা আমার দৃঢ় বিশ্বাস।
The Election Commission announced a new date for Ghazipur City Corporation election, which will be held on 26 June. The Commission finalized the date after having a meeting this afternoon. The mayor and councillor candidates will now start their campaign again after the EC's new announcement. Earlier on Thursday, the Appellate Division of the Supreme Court directed the Election Commission to hold Ghazipur City Corporation polls within 28 June. The Apex Court also stayed the High Court ordered that had stayed the city polls for 3 months. Meanwhile, the official campaign of the Khulna City Corporation election will be ended at 12 a.m. midnight today. The voting will be held on Tuesday. The aspirants of Khulna City Corporation election and their agents are passing busy days in electioneering on the last date of the campaign. All the mayoral and councillor candidates and their supporters put their frantic and final efforts to reach out to voters in different areas of the town. Awami League mayoral candidate Talukdar Abdul Khalek campaigned at Daulatpur area this morning with various promises. On the other hand, BNP mayoral candidate Nozrul Islam Monzu campaigned at city's 27-number ward. Before this campaign, in a press briefing, he claimed that police is harassing his supporters. The quota reformists threatened to boycott classes and examinations in all universities and colleges across the country for indefinite period from tomorrow if the government fails to publish a gazette on quota system by 5 p.m. today. Rashid Khan, Joint Governor of Bangladesh Sadharan Chhatra Odhikar Sangrakhan Porishad, came up with the announcement while talking to reporters at Dhaka University campus today. They were talking to reporters after observing a strike from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. demanding publication of the Gazette regarding abolition or reform of quota system. As part of their program, students of different universities and colleges boycotted classes for 2 hours as the government failed to issue the Gazette by the last Thursday. The students of Dhaka University brought out a procession form in front of the Central Library at around 11:30 a.m.
বাংলার ছাত্র সমাজ কারো প্রতিপক্ষ নয়। আপনারা যদি বাংলার ছাত্র সমাজকে থামাতে চান তাহলে আজকে বিকাল 5টার মধ্যে প্রজ্ঞাপন দিন। আজকে বিকাল 5টার মধ্যে যদি প্রজ্ঞাপন হয় বাংলার ছাত্র সমাজের একজনও আর কোটা নিয়ে রাজপথে থাকবে না।
The fourth span of the Podda Bridge was installed at Jazeera Point of Shariatpur this morning, making 600 meters of the much-hyped bridge visible. Officials concerned today said engineers with support of heavy machineries, including cranes, placed the 150-meter-long and 3,200-ton spans between pillar number 40 and 41 at 8 a.m. this morning. The length of the double-deck Podda Bridge is 6.15 kilometers. The trains will run through the lower deck while the road will be on the upper level of the bridge. When the construction of the Podda Bridge is completed, the capital will be directly connected with 21 southern districts through road and railway. Head of Business Development and Strategy Division of Square Pharmaceuticals Limited, Ms. Anika Chaudhry, emphasized on the role of women entrepreneur and women leadership in Bangladesh. She made a speech at a conference at Harvard University of Boston in US yesterday.
To attach necessary cognizance in order to empower women and to ensure that it's a level playing field and for the women, to make sure that they know that when they're in the workforce, they have all these abilities, that there's childcare in their workplace, and that that they have the ability to work in an environment which is conducive to them. So how, from the private sector, do we make sure that these incentives are in place for them to be in the workplace, not having to worry about the health issues or childcare issues and whatnot?
Now, international news. North Korea says it will begin dismantling its nuclear test site in less than 2 weeks in a ceremony attended by foreign journalists. North Korean state news agency KCNA announced that Pyongyang was taking technical measures to carry out the process between 23rd to 25th May. The dismantling site will involve the collapsing of all tunnels using explosives and the removal of all observation facilities, research buildings, and security posts. Journalists from South Korea, China, the US, the UK, and Russia will be asked to attend to witness the event. The move is due to take place 3 weeks before US President Donald Trump meets North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Suicide bombers killed at least 10 people and wounded 40 in attacks in Indonesia's second-largest city of Surabaya. Police said explosions took place in 3 churches of the city. The first attack struck a Sunday Mass at the Santa Maria Roman Catholic Church. 2 police officers were among the wounded there. It followed by explosions few minutes later at the church. Police ordered the temporary closure of all churches in Surabaya. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the attacks. US President Donald Trump said that Congress must have a deal to fund the federal government before the summer breaks in the August, or lawmakers would have to stay in Washington. In a tweet, Trump also said that the funding bill should include money to build a wall on the border with Mexico. Last month, he threatened to shut down the federal government if the Republican-controlled Congress did not provide more money for the wall. Trump also complained about delays confirming hundreds of people he had nominated to serve in his administration and accused Democrats of obstruction. The government briefly shut down on January over immigration. A $1.3 trillion spending bill, which Trump signed in March, will keep the government funded through the end of September. Before ending the news, the Guardian Life Insurance headlines once again. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina asked the Bangladesh Army to face any internal and external threats for safeguarding country's constitution and sovereignty. EC announced a new date for Ghazipur City polls, which will be held on 26 June. Campaign of the Khulna City polls is ending at midnight. North Korea says it will begin dismantling its nuclear test site in less than 2 weeks in a ceremony attended by foreign journalists. That's all from me. Our next bulletin will be in Bangla at 5 p.m. Keep watching Mazshanga Television.